So it's really interesting because Zara and we didn't know each other like prior to last year. And my department really wanted me to put on an event where I interviewed a politician because of my public speaking background. And I was very, very keen very early on getting Zara Sultana, because Zara Sultana is always somebody that's been like quite like down with the kids, you know?
Yes.
You know, she's kind of just been that person that it's just very, very easy to like have a good conversation with. So I initially met Zara at your party conference, and then a couple months after that, we met again protesting outside a prison for one of the Palestine hunger strikers.
Okay.
So that is the kind of where our relationship was like most able to flourish, because, you know, she could see that I was like really part of this like group of people that she believed in.
So you actually do have a reasonably familiar relationship.
Yeah, I mean, she follows me on Instagram, you know, and, you know, I congratulated her husband when she announced the news of her pregnancy as well, which is really, really exciting. But I would say that obviously there was like a sort of trust element that came with that, because I think it's different when a politician gets interviewed by the media. You kind of expect the media to throw some like, can I swear on this podcast?
Go crazy. go crazy.
You kind of expect the media to like crap on that politician, right? To just like do like the most difficult, like horrible questions. And in some cases, it's actually fair, right? Because you need to hold the politicians to account. But Zara Sultana came from like a lot of media scrutiny. A lot of it was, you know, about the fact that she's a Muslim woman, the color of her skin. She gets a lot of scrutiny from just like the general public as well. So I would say she's guarded, but that's for good reason.
Yeah.
And I think something that, I mean, anyone can just go and like view the interview that I had with her on YouTube.
Yeah.
But something that a lot of people commented on was the fact that actually like when we were in that interview, she was actually just like quite happy and like cheerful and positive. And I think it's because like prior to the interview, we like went in a room and I was just trying to make her feel at ease, you know, just trying to like, actually, I'm not here to like promote her because that's not what I do. Like I love her, but I'm not in an interview. I'm not there to promote her, but I'm not her enemy. Do you get what I mean? So the interview was, I think, was really special because she felt and she understood that she was being interviewed by somebody who wasn't trying to catch her out, who was just trying to inquisitively learn about her. And then she let her guard down. And then it was a really nice interview. Because I don't think politics always has to be this thing where you're trying to catch someone out. You know, it doesn't always have to be like that.
Okay. So from your perspective, Zara Sultana, one of the good guys.
That is my point of view, yeah.
And what was meeting Zack Polanski like?
Yeah, so I used to be a member of the Green Party. So I had met Zack on a number of occasions. I'd seen him on a number of occasions. So that interviewing Zack, so I interviewed Zack for Politics UK at the October 2025 Green Party conference.
Yeah.
And so I'd already kind of met him, you know, we already kind of knew who each other was. But the difference was obviously this time he was the leader of the Green Party, and October 2025 was the green surge, right? So they were like getting hundreds or thousands of signups a day. It was an insane time to be a Green Party member. And I kind of felt the difference in him. Like the way of being Green Party leader was definitely felt, not in like a negative way, but it was definitely a difference in him as a person. I like Zack. Like he's always very, very positive and nice to be around.
Okay.
Like there are some politicians that like you don't necessarily feel good being around, because I don't think, as much as politics is about the people, there are some politicians that just hate people, but Zack isn't one of them. So it was genuinely like a pleasure to interview Zack. He was very like, oh, where do you want me to stand? Because it wasn't like a live audience interview. It was just an interview for X. And it was a really nice experience for me. Yeah.
Okay. So overall, same with him, maybe not as much of an arsehole as the media.
I mean, I think when you got a party that's gaining so many new members, that's polling so well, and the leader is gay, right? You've just got so many reasons to like crap on the Greens, right? And I just don't think it's necessary. I think nobody's perfect. Zack Polanski isn't perfect. Zara Sultana isn't perfect. But if there's anyone that like genuinely puts politics before their bank account, it's them too. Like there are so many people from the Conservatives that are just so like blatant with me and just kind of say like, yeah, I'm a Conservative because this is where the money is.
Well, they say that just to your face openly.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And like my dad votes Conservative. And my dad says, you know, he votes Conservative because Conservatives are like, the business interest lies with the Conservatives, right? But he also is the first one to say, actually, on things like human rights, and, you know, like gay rights, trans rights, all of those things, like the right is lacking. But my dad is a businessman, so he's always going to go where the business interests are. So yeah, it's it's a little difficult like that, but yeah.
On the human qualities of both Zack and Zara, how do you think we can go about rebuilding trust between like the majority of citizens and these major politicians?
I mean, first of all, like I would say that it's not so simple because the media has so much power. And it's really interesting because the media will just portray someone as they want them portrayed. One day they could be pissed off at Zack and the next day they can like him. So what I would do is I would not take what the media says as face value, right? I wouldn't take it at face value. You know, the other day when Zack reposted something without his knowledge and the picture said, you know, Farage should be beheaded or something. I don't know what it was precisely. But the media behind that, I would say, was quite in Zack's favor because I don't think the media was saying anything about, oh, Zack was trying to incite harm. All I heard was, oh, Nigel's getting mad because his name was on a T-shirt. So in that, I was actually quite surprised. However, there have been some moments like focusing on Zack's teeth, for example, and the way he looks. Like, I'm just like, we're really grasping at straws here. But I would say, like, genuinely get to know these politicians and get to know what is behind what they do. Because it's really easy. I think it's really easy to scapegoat people